our last session?
Good.
Yeah? A little bit sore anywhere?
I'm feeling a bit better today, but I was.
Okay, well today what we're going to do is we're just going to make a few adjustments to what we did the first session. So I'll run you through all of those before we do them, but there's a bit of an adjustment to the stiletto squat. We're adding on a little bit more weight. There's a few where I've increased the rep range, where you have the ability to be able to do a higher rep range. Instead of 8, you're able to go up to 10. And that just increases your endurance as well, and you've got the fitness for it, so why not? And then I've modified the rows that we did as well to a single arm row, but I'll run you through all of that, and there's a couple of new stretches as well to show you, just to really stretch out that back and yeah, teach you a few more exercises. Sound good?
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with a very similar warm-up to what we did last time, okay, just to get that heart rate going. So if you remember correctly, we did the step-ups on this side, holding on to the bar for support, and then we did the step-ups on this side. Alright, so if we want to get up there and do 15 each side, that should get that heart rate raised nicely and ready to go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow and controlled. You had a good week?
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah? Busy with work?
Yes.
Lifing, hey? That's 5. 8. 9. 10. 5 to go. Nice. 3. 4. Last one, move over to the other side. Looking good. Beautiful. Remember me. Alright, let's get into it. Well done. 2. 3. How's jiu-jitsu going?
It's good.
Yeah?
I was very busy last week.
This is 5. And did you get your sit-ups and push-ups in?
Yes.
Oh, good on you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 to go, looking good. 3, 4, and last one. Beautiful. If you wanted to come and stand in front of me, you can stand on the mat there if you like. So we're going to do alternating knee holds. So lifting the opposite legs and holding that up the top for a couple of seconds. 2, working on balance. 3. If you stabilize your core when you're doing these as well, really engage that core, and you find that that stabilizes your whole trunk. Just take your time. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember our favourite inch ones. So feet, the wider apart your feet are, the easier it is. If you're feeling like you can do a bit more of a stretch, move your feet a little bit closer together, keeping legs nice and dead straight. Crawl out with your hands into plank position and then back to standing, keeping those legs nice and straight and feeling that stretch right through the back of your legs. Ready to go? There you go. How does that feel through the back of your legs? Good?
Tiring. Do I come back up?
Yep, and down again. 2, we're going to go for 10. Next one, speed it up a little bit. 3, well done. A little bit faster. 4. Well done. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Good work. 9. And on that last one, we're going to stay down in plank position. And 10. Alright, hands directly under your shoulders, back nice and straight, and right knee to left hand, left knee to right hand. Speed that up a little bit. We're gonna go for 10 more. 2, 3, 4, faster, faster, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, stretch that out and come on up. We're going to run through some stretches now. So one thing we're going to do a little bit differently is we're going to really work on activating those glutes today, okay? So we use a resistance band. I know that mine looks a little different to yours. This is just a different material it's made of. So what we do with these ones is we put them just over our knees. I'll use this one. And this is a really, really good way to activate those glutes before we are doing things like our fabulous delicious squats and things like that, okay? So I'll demonstrate the first one for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some donkey kickbacks and we're going to do some clams. So starting with the donkey kickbacks, we're going to go on all fours. So you can see my knees are directly aligned with my shoulders. My hips, hands under shoulders. Move that left knee inwards just a little bit. Engage your core with your right leg, keeping your foot at a 90-degree angle. Kick that back and bring that right back down to the starting position. Kick back, squeeze at the top, bring that back down to the starting position. All good?
Yep.
Then the clams, we're going to be lying down on our side, arm, straight line to our hip, bring those knees in, keep those knees together. Rest your head on your arm. We're just going to raise that front leg, little hold at the top, and then bring it back down. Raise that top leg, little hold at the top, and bring it back down, and you'll feel that starts activating all of those muscles through your glutes.
Cool.
Okay, so if you can pop that one just above your knees. Well done. Blends in with your bands.
Yeah.
Okay, so down onto all fours. Yeah, so you want your knees underneath your hips, so you're coming up on all fours. Yeah, so hands underneath your shoulders, a little bit in, knees underneath your hips. Yeah, moving the left knee inwards into the center just a little bit. Yeah, and then with your right leg, engage your core with your right leg. Kick the right leg up towards the roof, keeping that foot nice and straight like you're gonna plant it on the roof and bring it back down to starting position. That's 1. 2, little squeeze at the top, well done, and back down. 3, we're gonna go for 6 each side. And 4, keeping that leg bent, well done. 5, and 6, okay? Bringing that right knee into the center, and we're gonna do the same thing with the left-hand side. So what you wanna focus on is kicking straight backwards and out. So you're kicking in a straight line directly behind you, planting that foot on the ceiling. So up for 1, keeping that knee bent, well done, and back to start, perfect. 2, kicking up, well done. And 3, well done. 4, and 2 to go. 5, and 6. Well done. If you lie down on your side facing towards me, yeah, and then lie out on your arms. So you're wanting your arm directly in front of you like this, a direct line to your hip. Then those knees forward just a little bit. You're right if I touch you? Okay, and then engaging that core and lifting that right knee up towards the roof. 1, little squeeze at the top. Well done. Keeping that body nice and straight. 2, well done. 3, keeping that hip nice and still. 4, just moving that leg. 5, 6, we're going for 8. 7, and 8. Okay, other side of the mat, still facing me. Yeah, so now this arm is coming straight out. Nice straight line right the way through to your hip. Bring that knees up towards the chest. Okay, engaging that core, you're just moving through the leg, you're keeping that hip nice and stable. Bringing that knee up, 1, 2, well done. Can you feel that through your glutes?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Well done, Maddie. Okay, so lying now on your back, we're going to come up to our glute bridges. Okay, so heels, feet flat on the ground, heels towards your bottom, toes facing straight ahead. Okay, and we're going to come up for 2 and down for 2. Up for 2 and down for 2. Up for 2, we're going for 6. Down for 2. Up for 2 and down for 2. Up for 2. Down for 2. Up for 2. Down for 2. On the last one, hold it up and do little pulses out with your legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. You can pop that band to the side. Okay, now one more that I'm going to show you. This is a great way again to activate your glutes, to loosen up that back. We're going to do Supermans. So how that looks is we lie on our stomach, head up, facing forwards, feet apart, arms apart. On the count, we come up with our legs and our hands, little squeeze at the top and coming back down. Up with the legs and the hands, little squeeze at the top and coming back down. Really try to extend through your neck when you're coming up and really pushing those legs towards the roof. So arms straight out in front of you, like your Superman, legs a little bit further apart, perfect. And coming up, little squeeze and down, beautiful. Up for a little squeeze, well done, and down. We're gonna go for 6, up for a squeeze, down, beautiful. 2 more. Well done. Standing up, we're going to come down into our downward dog. You can crawl out with your hands, pushing those heels into the ground. Perfect. Coming down into cobra, really reaching up through that neck. Back into downward dog, pushing through those heels, stretching out those calves. Down into downward dog, looking up to the roof. 2 more. Looking good. Well done. Really pushing those heels towards the ground. Beautiful. Little bend of those elbows when you're coming into cobra. Beautiful. That's you sorted there. So our last one is, we've got 2 more to go. So remember your frog squat. So feet, pointing toes pointing outwards, bending knees, holding onto those toes, feet wider apart. Yep, holding onto those toes in squat position and then straightening up through the back of your legs. Keeping your hands on your toes, we're going to go for 6. Well done. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now we're going to do some trunk twists. So arms out in front of you. Really rotate to that left-hand side. Coming to the other side. Really rotating through that trunk. Beautiful. 4, going for 6. Really push out to the side. Well done. How do you feel? Warm. Warm? Excellent. So we're going to get straight into it. Same format, which you said you really enjoyed last time with your supersets. Let's run through the form of the RDLs again, okay? So the RDL is a hip movement. We are hinging through our hips, okay? So a soft bend of the knee. We've got our feet shoulder width, hip width apart, okay? We are coming forwards, hinging straight from our hips. Our back keeps nice and straight, okay? Bum out to the side, holding that kettlebell and then squeezing through our glutes and our hamstrings straight back and locking at the top, okay? So if you start in a position, I always find if you do a jump, the way you land is the way that your feet, okay, your feet are quite wide apart there, so I would go with hip width apart. I'll take that back, so move your feet in a little bit closer together. Perfect. Okay, so what you're wanting to do here soft bend of the knee, hinging straight forward from that hip, okay? So we're gonna pick that up, and what we're doing is we're aiming to just lower that kettlebell, just so that the front is just would be sitting on our toes, but not quite touching the toes. So we're not gonna let it touch down the end there. So instead of coming right out in front, we can hurt our back, directly down, align with the front of those feet, and then pulling back up again, okay? So show me that hinge movement to start with, soft bend of the knees. So we've got a big curve in the back here. Before you put that weight on, I'll want you to come in front of this mirror here, okay? So if you look in front of this mirror here, all right, if you can see from me, so what we're doing, if you look in the mirror, soft bend of the knees, see how I am hinging directly forward and my back is straight, pushing shoulders up towards the roof. See that? And can you see that line now here? So a bit more of a bend through your knee and really sticking that bum out. And then what we're doing is we're then hinging, yep, straighten your knees, hinging back up. Okay, so now we're hinging from this point here. So that top of your body is coming straight forwards. Soft bend of the knees and watch yourself in the mirror. Yep, and you need to keep that, see that? That is the position that you want there, okay? Can you hinge forward any more from your hips? Yep, towards the ground. Yep, okay, and back up again. All right, facing towards me. Facing towards me. Okay, so we're gonna go in for our first one. So we're gonna go soft bend of the knees, pick that kettlebell up. Feet straight, toes facing straight towards me. Yeah, okay, lifting that kettlebell up, and what you're doing is you're aiming to lower it to this point here. Okay, shoulders up, perfect, and then pulling through the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, lowering down, perfect, pulling through the hamstrings and the glutes. Well done, keeping those shoulders up towards the roof and head straight ahead. That's 3, well done. 4. Well done. 5. We don't need to go all the way to the ground. Yep. 6. We're going for 10. 7. And 8. Looking good. You're really getting the idea of that hinge movement. Well done. 9. And last one. Good work, Maddie. Loads better. Okay, coming in for our thrusters. So we have got our kettlebells sitting directly above our shoulders, so the middle should be aligned with your ear. Brace that core, feet same width distance apart, coming down into that squat and then pushing up towards the roof. So inhale, exhale with the effort. Inhale, coming down, exhale with the effort. So we're going to go again for 10 of these ones. Okay, so we're going to start with them on our shoulders. We're going to come in with the squat to start with, and then pushing up towards the roof. That's 1. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, well done. Exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. So we're going to do a 60-second rest. Yep, perfect. Okay, so in between each superset, we're going to do the 60-second rest. So you did really well with the hinging movement this time. Okay. And with those kettlebell thrusters, you also did really well. If you do find with that squat that your knees are coming in a little bit, we want your knees to be coming out when we're coming down, so you can point both toes outwards, and that just helps keep those legs aligned. If your knees are coming in like this, we're going to hurt our knees. So if you do find that's happening a little bit, pointing those toes out, a bit of a wider stance is fine for those thrusters as well. Sitting right down towards the ground and pushing up. So we always inhale with the least amount of effort, and on the push, exhale. It always seems to work quite well. How are you enjoying them? Are they feeling a little bit better today?
Yeah.
How's the weight with the RDLs feeling?
Good.
Yeah, and another one with that is just the way that we are used to, we sit down so much and things like that, quite often our shoulders will come forwards, but a really good thing to do is to really think about pushing those shoulders back and squeezing those shoulder blades together. All right, time is up.
Yeah.
All right, let's go in for our adios. Okay, so what are our feet doing? Perfect, hinging through that hip, shoulders squeezed together. Picking up that kettlebell. Okay, cool. And we're aiming to lower it, not all the way to the ground, aiming to lower it to the spot of our feet. Good. 2. Nice. 3. 4. 5. Much better. 6. 7, you can even keep it a little bit closer to your shins at the bottom. 8, sliding that down your legs, good. 9 and 10. Pop that to the side, straight in with our thrusters. Okay, right above the shoulders, let's keep it moving. What are we doing with our feet? Perfect. Point the toes out a little bit. Excellent, coming down into our squat, inhale, and then exhale and push. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, looking good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really good, Maddie. Pop your timer on. I'll take these ones for you. So how did you go with your push-ups and your jiu-jitsu? What number did you get? I think you got 16 the other day in your fitness assessment. 16 or 17, wasn't it, from memory? I have to triple check. How did you go?
I think roughly 18, 19.
Yeah, cool. Did you find that you're pushing yourself a little bit more now that you've got a goal?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's good. And how many did you get to your 2 sessions this week, or 3?
I got 2, 3, yeah.
Oh, good on you. How long have you been doing that for?
Probably around 6 years, I think it is now.
Yeah, wow. Nice. It's good to have a routine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good you're already in a habit with that as well, because it will be easier to tag on the habit of the weights. How's the timer looking?
We have 11 seconds left.
Excellent. So we're going to line our feet up, ready to go. As soon as that timer goes off, we're going to come in for our last set. Okay, putting that nice just in front of the toes to pick it up. So hinging right forwards. Well done. Excellent. Squeezing those shoulder blades up towards the roof. 2, 3. A little bit less of a bend of the knee when you're coming down, more of a hinge. Good. Can you feel that through your hamstrings and glutes?
Yeah.
4, 5. Well done. 6. A little bit less of a bend. 7, 8, 9. Much better, Maddie. That's really good. Okay, pop that to the side. Straight into our thrusters. Last set. Coming up to the shoulders and pointing toes out slightly. Coming right down. Inhale and exhale. Well done. 1, 2, 3. Keeping those knees pointing outwards. Well done. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Well done. Pop that timer on. Really, really, really good. How did that feel? That looked so much better than the first round that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah? Feeling a bit more natural?
Yep.
Alright, while that timer's going on, we're going to keep moving. So I'm going to get the plate for your favourites, the stiletto squat. Okay? We're going to add a little bit of load on today. It's just 4 kilos, but I reckon you've got it. So this again is a kettlebell. Okay? The easiest way I find to hold these ones, the most comfortable way personally, is like this. Some people hold them differently, but I prefer to hold it like that. It just feels quite stable. Same deal as last time. We are going to make a little triangle with our feet. Our heels are touching just on the edge of that. Engage that core, and then what we're going to do, we're going to point those knees outwards as we come down. Bum to ankles, inhale and exhale on the push. Okay? So did you want to practice holding the kettlebell? And what we're going to do here is we are going in for 8 reps because we've added load. We're going to be keeping it at the same rep range. Okay, so come and get into position. So heels on the plate, heels touching each other, toes pointing outwards, heels touching each other. Well done, that's the way. Okay, so pushing through those heels, inhaling, coming down, and exhale, coming up. 1. Well done. 2. Perfect. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Good work, Maddie. 9. And 10. Awesome. Pop that one down. I'll show you what we're doing with the bent over rows. I believe that you said you might have done these in the past. So what we're doing, facing this way, left knee on the end of the bench, right leg on the right hand side. What we're going to be doing is coming forwards, flat back, hand on there for support, lining up with the station leg, soft bend of that right knee, squeezing those shoulders up and back. And what we're going to come up, little squeeze at the top, and then lower back down. That's 1 rep. 2 reps. We're going to go 10 each side. Okay, so get into position first. Left knee on the bench, left hand. Okay, soften the bend of the knee, straighten that back. Okay, holding on to that weight. Let that drop naturally forwards. Okay, really squeezing those shoulder blades together, focusing on that nice neutral spine. Okay, I would just 1 moment, Maddie, I'll just move this knee just up a little bit further so that knee, soft bend of the right knee. Okay, breathing in, breathing out when you're pulling up, and then in when you're lowering. 3, squeeze at the top. 4, well done. 5, good. Perfect. 6, 7, 8. That looks great. 9 and 10. Pop that weight on the bench. Okay, flick over. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so now you're going to be supporting yourself with your right hand, picking up that weight with the left hand. Nice neutral spine. Pushing those, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice neutral spine before we start. Okay, so really focusing on that straight back, shoulders up, and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Looking good. Yeah. 1, squeeze at the top. 2, well done. 3, 4, 5, soft bend of that left knee. 6, 7, 8, 9, big squeeze at the top, and 10. Excellent. Pop that dumbbell back on the bench and put the timer on. How did that feel?
Good.
With the difference with the bench rows and the rows that we did last time with 2 of them freestanding, what felt more comfortable for you? This one, yeah, it just feels a lot more supported, hey. So if you check out this position, you did a really, really, really good job here. So I always kind of pop my left foot just hooked over the edge, and that's how I kind of line mine up. And I put the right foot just a little bit further forward, so I kind of lean into that leg. Okay, and what that does is it just gets that really nice neutral spine, shoulders up, squeezing those shoulder blades together, looking straight ahead, and then that gets you in that right position. Can you see my neutral spine now? Yeah. All right, you can get back into position. So for when you're ready, when your timer goes off, we can, oh, sorry, we're back to the stiletto squats now, aren't we? I got confused with all that excitement. Okay, what have you got in your timer?
3 seconds.
3? Okay, back into position, and we're going for 8. Okay, heels nice and close together, beautiful. Breathing down, in when you're coming down and out when you're coming up. 1, 2, pushing through those heels. 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Well done. Straight back over to the bench. Lift leg up. You can try to hook the back foot just over the one here. Move this leg just a little bit forward and bend that knee. Keeping it nice and straight against the bench here. Toes straight ahead, bending that knee. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to put back, support ourselves with our left hand. Really focus before we start on that neutral spine. Looking up straight ahead, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Shoulders up towards the roof. Yeah, okay, coming in, breathing out and in. Looking out straight ahead. Perfect. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Looking good. 6. Big squeeze at the top. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Well done, Maddie. Barbell on the bench. Over to the other side. Hook that leg over the back. Moving the left leg forward a little bit. Bending the knee. Okay, supporting yourself with that right hand. Moving that hand just inwards a little bit for support. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Looking straight ahead and breathing out and in. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. Big squeeze at the top and last one. 10. Beautiful. Weight back on the bench. Timer for 60 seconds and we've got 1 set to go. How are the weights feeling with the rows?
Good.
Yeah? Do you feel like that's an increase? So last time what you were doing with the 3s and they were quite easy for you. And these ones we've gone up again. Is that feeling too heavy for you? Your forms, no? Are you feeling like you could even go heavier with those ones?
Probably.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, you can definitely increase. Like that's quite a big increase since last time, but we can definitely continue to progress that. You've definitely got some really solid upper body strength going on. So it's good to work with that, and it's really good to have the support of the bench for you. So anyway, you've got those in your gym, haven't you? The gym benches, yeah. So they're sometimes hard to nab, but if you get one and set yourself up there and get those supersets out of the way first, it's a good way to make sure that you've got that form sorted out. How's your timer looking?
6 seconds.
6 seconds. All right, into position, my friend. Okay, so heels together, toes pointing out, breathing in, coming down, and out, coming up. Going for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Beautiful, and 8. Well done, ready? Over to the bench. Last set of rows. Okay, left leg hooked over the edge, bending that right knee, left hand supporting yourself, and great spine. 1, squeeze at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really good. Weight on the bench and moving over to the other side. With the leg that's on the ground, if you try moving it forward a little bit and bending that knee, you can really kind of lean into it a little bit and it might give you even more support there. Okay, nice neutral spine. Perfect. Okay, up, out, breathing out and breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful work. Timer on, weight on the bench. Well done, Maddie. So we have got through the hard stuff and we're now on to core. Okay, so what we're going to do this time It is the same as we did, a couple of modifications. So last time what we did was the Russian twists. You found it quite a little bit better to pop your feet up or together, which is absolutely fine. What we want to do is really keeping that spine nice and straight, engaging that core. We're not going to use a load today. We're going to lift those legs if we want to, otherwise keep them crossed, really focusing on twisting right around, using those abdominal muscles to get as far around as possible. That's going to be working our obliques and our abdominals. The second one is the plank, which you know, and we're going to try it on our toes. We can always go down to knees if we need to. Okay, so we're sitting up, yeah. So you can place your feet on the ground crossed over, or you can lift them up. So what we want to do, if we start with them on the ground, keeping that spine nice and straight. Okay, beautiful. We are going to be twisting from side to side, and we're going for 10, 2, 3, well done, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, straight into a plank. Try it on your toes. Perfect, 2, 3, well done, 4, 5, really pushing forwards into those shoulders, elbows a little bit closer this way, yeah, really pushing forward into those shoulders, good, 12, 13, go for 20 seconds, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, well done Maddie, back straight into the Russian twist, get into position. Okay, beautiful, nice straight back, and for 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well done, 6, 7, looking good, 8, 9, and 10, back into plank, second to last lot, doing really well. Look at you up on your toes, well done, leaning forwards into those shoulders, perfect. 7, 8, halfway, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, perfect, last set, Russian twist for 10, let's go, 10, 9, 8, really twisting, 2, and 1, well done, last plank, elbows under shoulders, really pushing forwards into those shoulders, everything else is looking, yep, that's absolutely perfect, 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Maddie. That was sensational. All right, coming straight over to the bench. We're going to start our pull down straight away while we chat about how you find that. So just nice and slow. Just going to do nice slow step ups for it. How are you feeling?
Tired.
Yeah, just let that heart rate come down. Nice and slow. Let's do 5 each side. Slow it down even more. Well done. Last one. Coming down to the other side. Nice and slowly, let that heart rate come down. Well done. Last one. Alright, coming over when you're ready, standing directly in front of me. Wide stance, we're going to go for the toe taps. And look our heads, aren't we? Toe taps left and right. We're going to go for 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then coming down into the plank position. 10 really slow mountain climbers. 10, 9, 8, slow it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Coming into child's pose. Heels together. Knees wide apart. Really sink down into those front arms and hold that there. Nice big stretch. Beautiful. Alright, coming up into a lunge, right foot forwards, left knee on the ground, really sinking and bouncing into that right knee. 10 bounces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now in for a calf stretch, that foot forward, toes towards the roof, reaching towards your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Beautiful. Other leg, left foot forwards, coming into a nice deep lunge. Stretching out those hips. I've had a bit of work going on today. Little bounces. 8, 9, 10. Coming in for a calf stretch. Toes towards the roof, reaching towards your toes. Beautiful. Onto your back. Knees together, arms straight out to the sides, into tabletop position, rotate to the right and rotate to the left, looking the opposite direction as the knees. Nice and slow. 6 of these. Nice. Really stretch out that back. 2 more. Alright, coming up to standing, feet wide apart, toes pointing outwards, coming into some slow frog squats. I'm going to do 3, really hold at the top, really sink into those hips, stretching right out towards the top. Last one, sink right into those hips, right up to the top. So very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up to the top. The next going to be the last one to come up. Back down one more time, starting with the neck, rolling forwards, let the top of your arms go heavy. Slowly, slowly, right towards your toes. Hang there for a minute. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling back up. Your neck's coming up last. Well done. Big arms out wide. Big stretch to the side. Good job.
Yay.
Well done, Maddie.